Over 81 million Americans already casted their ballots. New numbers show over 1 million of those early votes were from Minnesotans. Check out these long lines of early voters at Brooklyn Park City Hall last night. A little more than 3 million Minnesotans voted in 2020. This year, Minnesota reached a third of that number ahead of Election Day. If you're planning to vote today, like these early morning voters in Minneapolis, here's what you need to know. Polls are open now until 8 p.m. You can register to vote at your polling place with an ID. If you have a mail-in ballot, do not mail it. It's too late for that. You should return it in person to the election office that sent you the ballot before 8 p.m. tonight. The Secretary of State says you cannot campaign for a candidate in or near the polling place. Also, you cannot wear campaign clothing. Don't initial or sign your ballot or mark it with a sticker. Taking photos is also discouraged. Tonight, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz will be watching election results in Washington, D.C., where he'll be waiting to learn whether or not he'll be the next Vice President of the United States. WCCO's very own Cummings is there with a preview of what to expect.
Here at Howard University in Washington is where on Tuesday night, Vice President Kamala Harris and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz will start to watch those election results come in. Harris is an alumna of this HBCU, which is just 2 miles away from the White House. We're here, of course, because Walz is at the top of the ticket with her. But just months ago, we would never have expected our WCCO crew to be here, because then Walz was just a Midwest governor with a low national profile. But that all changed when there was a shakeup at the top of the ticket with less than 4 months to go until Election Day. When President Joe Biden dropped out, Harris became the nominee and then tapped Walz to be her running mate. Since then, he's crisscrossed the country since August, visiting battleground states. Before he gets here, he'll spend the morning in the important battleground state of Pennsylvania, a state both campaigns see as essential on the path to victory. Security around the university is visible and strict. Certain roads are blocked off. You can see fencing behind me around the university where she'll be on Tuesday night. And if Walz is elected, he'd be the third vice president from Minnesota. And we'll find out soon if that happens when America decides. In Washington, Cummings, WCCO News.
Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris made their final pitches to voters in battleground states. Harris closed out her multi-stop tour of Pennsylvania yesterday with 2 star-studded concert rallies. Trump cast his ballot earlier today in Palm Beach, Florida. Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance cast his ballot in Ohio this morning. Trump and Vance plan to watch the results come in tonight in Mar-a-Lago. Minnesota election leaders are cautiously optimistic that our state will regain its national lead in voter turnout. Our Barrett Leone checked in with Secretary of State Steve Simon this morning. She joins us live from Lakeville with a pulse on the polls. Barrett.
Hi, Shayla. Yes, the pulse is strong here in Lakeville, and voters are alive and well here in Dakota County. In fact, we spoke with an election judge earlier this morning, and she says more than 50% of voters here in this county have already cast their ballot. That was as of 10 a.m. this morning. And statewide, nearly 1.3 million Minnesotans have already voted as well. That's more than double what the absentee vote was in 2016, which was pre-pandemic times. Now, Steve Simon, Secretary of State, says he's checked in with dozens of county election judges this morning, and overall, it's been pretty smooth sailing. Earlier this morning, Simon tells us there were occasional equipment issues, but quickly were resolved. Of course, another big talker today is the weather. Considering these long lines in Lakeville and what we heard from voters today, it doesn't seem to be a deterrent.
They're not seeing any impact on the weather, that people are able to find a safe space, a dry space, even when there are lines, and people feel that turnout is really surging despite the weather.
Now, voters we spoke with this morning that live here in Lakeville said rain or shine, they would be here even if they had to walk in the rain. And while the conditions aren't ideal, some are grateful it's not snowing. It very well could be, right? Remember, if you're in line by 8 o'clock tonight, you will be able to vote. If you do have an absentee ballot still sitting on your kitchen counter or at home, you can physically turn it in. Otherwise, you can opt to vote in person instead, Shayla.
All right, Barrett, when it comes to that weather, you have to put it all into perspective, that's for sure. We appreciate your report. There are several other important races we're keeping an eye on here in Minnesota today. The race for the U.S. Senate, that's between incumbent Democrat Amy Klobuchar and Republican challenger Royce White. Plus, each of the state's 8 congressional districts are on the ballot, too. Minnesota's 2nd congressional district is one of the most competitive races. That's between incumbent Democratic Representative Angie Craig and a Republican challenger Joe Tayrab. The district is evenly split between Republicans and Democrats. So a big question, who will control the state's legislature? Democrats currently have the trifecta. That's the governor's office, Senate, and House. All 134 House seats are up for grabs, along with the special election seat. Democrats currently have 70 seats and Republicans have 64. Republicans need to flip 4 seats to take control of the Speaker's gavel. Now to the latest from the live desk streaming on CBS News Minnesota. Maria Lizignoli joins us now. Maria, our newsroom has been tracking some close races in the battleground state of Wisconsin as well. What are you keeping an eye on across the border?
Yeah, that's right, Shayla. Among the biggest races to watch in Wisconsin is the hotly contested U.S. Senate race between incumbent Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin and Republican challenger businessman Eric Hovde. The latest Marquette Law School poll shows Baldwin leading 51 to 49%, but that's within the poll's margin of error. That gap has closed significantly since Baldwin's 7-point lead in August. Political experts say the close polls show Wisconsin voters could determine who will take the Senate majority and who could ultimately take the White House. The other race to watch is the very expensive 3rd congressional district race in western Wisconsin, which spans from the southwest corner of the state all the way up to Eau Claire and Stevens Point. Republican incumbent Derek Van Orden is running for re-election against Democratic challenger Rebecca Cook. The Badger Project shows both candidates raised nearly $12 million combined. That's the most in any U.S. House race in Wisconsin this cycle, but also the most in the history of the 3rd congressional district. Now, it's important to remember if you're planning on voting today to have a valid form of photo ID, and you can still register to vote today at the polls in Wisconsin as well as Minnesota. Shayla?
All right, important information today. Our Maria Lizignoli reporting. A reminder, Maria has hourly headlines and updates on our 24/7 free streaming service, CBS News Minnesota. You'll find it on our website, Pluto TV, and through the CBS News app.